Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at more Am I Wrong stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I have a brother who has terminal cancer. Ever since he got sick, my family has given me less attention, which is understandable. But now it feels like it's to the point where they don't care about me as much anymore. We have a family group chat. On my birthday, everybody asked how he was doing instead of wishing me a happy birthday. My parents watch movies with him and spend time with him and never invite me. A few days ago, I got frustrated by the fact that I am feeling so left out and ignored that I told my mum about it. I told her I was feeling like a glass child. She called me disgusting and couldn't believe that I was jealous of my brother with cancer. For clarification, I'm not jealous that my brother has cancer. To be honest, I'm not jealous at all. I simply use that word because it's the word my mum used to describe me. I spend time with my brother. We recently went on an overseas trip, just the two of us together. What I'm upset about is that my family doesn't put much of an effort to check in on me or spend time with me. I understand that he has limited time left and they want to continue to spend time with him before he's gone, but still, don't I deserve love too? Oh, dude, that makes me sad. I definitely don't feel like they're wrong for feeling like this though, because I feel like anyone would feel like this for sure. Like if you're anyone's kid, right? If your parent only pays attention to your sibling and none to you at all, you're going to feel hurt. You know, you can't help but feel hurt. It's just an emotion. You're going to feel it no matter what. And they also know about their brother too. Like this person is also trying to spend a lot of time with their brother too, because they know that he has terminal cancer. But they just also want some love back. Man, I do understand what they're trying to say. I do. So I don't think they're wrong at all for feeling this way, because you can't help how you feel, right? You can only control how you're going to act based off of how you feel, right? But you can't help it if you feel sad or angry or a type of emotion. It just comes to you, right? So I don't think they're wrong for even feeling upset that the parents don't pay attention to them, because any kid will feel that too. For sure. I obviously feel bad for everyone involved in this situation because it's tough, man. It's tough to balance things for sure. And why would her mum say that though, you know? Why are you jealous? Like really? That's the first thing you get when your kid tells you that they're feeling a bit left out and they don't feel loved? You're gonna say, why are you jealous? I have 3 kids, 6, 9 and 12. My husband and I decided a few days ago to take the kids to our local restaurant as a treat because we don't do that often. My husband is a bit of a health nut and is very restrictive of the foods my kids eat, which is the main source of our arguments. On Thursday, we went to the restaurant and the kids were super excited. The server was asking what the kids wanted. When my 12-year-old, we'll call her Emily, said cheeseburger with bacon, my husband butted in and said with lettuce and tomato. Emily's face immediately fell. My husband didn't even notice, and Emily looked super bummed. After the server took our orders, my husband turned to Emily and asked her what's wrong. She said she didn't want lettuce and tomato on her burger because she doesn't like them. He sighed and said that they've been through this a million times, and having vegetables with every meal was super important. Emily looked like she was about to cry. She is neurodivergent and a lot of food tastes and textures really bother her, tomatoes being a large one. My husband doesn't seem to care, which really bothers me. Dude, it reminds me of like some parents who think their kids are faking it to get out of something, you know? Oh my god, I hate those parents. When the food came, Emily didn't even touch the burger. So when my husband went to the bathroom, I took the lettuce and tomato off the burger, put them on mine, and winked at Emily. She grinned and gladly ate her burger. My husband didn't say anything about it until that night. He told me that taking the vegetables off was a violation of his trust because he was just looking out for our daughter. I told him that it was just one meal and not having vegetables once wasn't a big deal. He said that those vegetables were very important. I left the room and have been talking to him as little as possible. So, am I wrong for taking the vegetables off my daughter's burger? I think I might be wrong because it's just lettuce and tomato and my kids having vegetables is really important to my husband. But I feel like he was super controlling and I never want to see my child upset. I feel like there's a solution to this though, where no one really has to get upset. Like, why don't you just find out what kind of veggies Emily likes? Because I'm assuming she doesn't hate all veggies, right? Just find out which ones she likes. Because when I was a kid, I hated so many veggies too. But I liked broccoli. So my parents only made me broccoli to eat. you know, because then I'll still be eating my veggies and I'll still be a happy kid and I'll still love eating food. I feel like if you force your kid to eat something they don't like, it's gonna make them hate food or just make them have a bad relationship with food. Like they're just gonna hate it because every single time they eat, they're gonna be eating something that they hate and they're not gonna be happy. And I feel like that's not really good for a kid. Like kids grow out of things and kids grow into things, you know, like what they might hate as a kid, they might end up liking as an adult. So I feel like as a kid, just let them eat whatever. I feel like you don't have to be too strict, right? They're a kid, for goodness sakes. Obviously, no kid likes veggies. Just find veggies that they do like. Don't force them to eat the veggies that they don't like, okay? Because honestly, even now, some adults are picky eaters. Like they won't eat some veggies that they don't like eating. Like I know people who hate eating tomatoes and they will never eat it, ever. And they're adults, but they just hate it, so they won't eat it. They'll just eat other veggies that are healthy. So yeah, they could do that. Eat other veggies that are healthy that Emily likes. Done. Alright, moving on. I have a daughter, Sam, with my ex-husband, Brian. We divorced when she was 4. Brian made a real effort to be a good father for the first couple of years after our divorce, but then pretty much overnight he seemed to lose interest in her. He stopped coming to parent-teacher nights, never came to any of her sport games, and stopped asking about them, refused to pay child support, which I eventually stopped asking for. I have a well-paying job, would forget to pick Sam up on days he said he would, stop asking to see her at holidays. On the rare occasions he remembered to pick her up, he would try and smooth everything by buying her expensive gifts, and it worked for a really long time, but it started to wear off now, and Sam is starting to see through it. Sam has maintained a very close relationship with her paternal grandparents. Sam is a very accomplished field hockey player and represented our country internationally recently, and it's likely that she will be on the World Championship team later this year. Wow! We returned 2 days ago, and yesterday her grandparents wanted to take her and the rest of the family to lunch to celebrate. Brian showed up 45 minutes late, didn't apologize. His parents were surprised and told him to behave. As Sam was recounting her time and summaries of the matches to her grandparents, Brian interjected and belittled her performance because she only scored 1 goal. Sam bursted into tears and ran to the bathroom. I comforted her and she asked if we could go home. I agreed and told her to wait in the car while I got our stuff. When I returned to the table, Brian was defending himself against his parents and I snapped. I told him he was a deadbeat and recounted all of the things mentioned above and that I wouldn't be surprised if Sam cuts him loose one day. Our daughter is wonderful and does not deserve to be treated like this. His parents seemed shocked as he clearly had given them the impression he's a good father. He threw a tantrum and stormed out. I apologized and left money for half the check with his parents. Since then, Brian has sent me several messages, and his parents texted to say they don't appreciate the scene I caused in the restaurant. I don't think I did anything wrong, but my parents agree with them, so maybe I did. Nah, she didn't. She stood up for her daughter, and I think that's a great thing for a mum to do. Brian doesn't even know how to be a freaking dad. Honestly, you're trying to buy your kids love by giving them money or like buying them expensive stuff. That's how you're gonna parent. That's the worst way to parent. And it's funny how his parents are like, oh my god, I can't believe he caused a scene. Yeah, but your son said something stupid and he didn't cause a scene? Like seriously, who does that? Honestly, not everyone can score 1 goal, okay? Jeez, I haven't even scored a goal ever. Holy, people like Brian. I feel like they only care if it's beneficial to them. Once they realize, oh, it's not beneficial to me, they just stop doing everything. So people like Brian, they do things with a motive. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.